Hi everyone, it's me, Amari Jazz, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the rise of apple-bottom jeans. If you're interested, keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications and stick around for more. The birth of a brand. Apple-bottom jeans was launched in 2003 by rapper Nelly and business partner Yami Martin during a pivotal moment in fashion when hip-hop culture was beginning to heavily influence the mainstream. While most designer denim brands catered to slim, runway-sized bodies, Apple Bottoms was created with a different mission: to celebrate and embrace the beauty of curvy women. The name itself, Apple Bottom, was a bold declaration of body positivity, spotlighting hips, thighs, and full figures at a time when the fashion industry overwhelmingly favored thin silhouettes. With the slogan, "A woman's body is meant to be celebrated," the brand positioned itself as a disruptor, challenging traditional beauty standards and offering a denim fit that hugged curves rather than hiding them. Apple Bottom filled a major gap in the market, especially for urban women who were underrepresented in both high fashion and accessible streetwear. The brand provided jeans that were not only stylish and sexy, but also tailored specifically to fit fuller body types, something few labels had attempted seriously. From the beginning, Apple Bottoms aligned itself with hip-hop aesthetics, often seen in music videos, on red carpets, and worn by celebrities who embodied confidence and sensuality. It was fashion made for women who wanted to stand out, who knew their worth, and who embraced their body unapologetically. The timing of this launch couldn't have been better. As hip-hop took over pop culture, so did the fashion associated with it, and Apple Bottoms became synonymous with that movement. It wasn't just a clothing line, it was a cultural statement. By centering curves, confidence, and urban femininity, Apple Bottom jeans carved out its own lane in the fashion world and earned its place as an iconic brand of the 2000s. The rise, hip-hop hottest brands. In the early 2000s, Apple Bottom jeans hit its peak, riding the wave of urban glam and the rise of video vixen era. This was a time when hip-hop heavily influenced mainstream fashion, and Apple Bottoms perfectly captured the moment, with its bold, body-hugging designs and unapologetically sexy aesthetic. Known for low-rise jeans, rhinestone logos, and embellished back pockets, the brand quickly became a favorite among celebrities and trendsetters. Major stars like Beyonce, Ashanti, Eve, Trina, and Ciara were all seen rocking Apple Bottoms in music videos, on red carpets, and in the pages of hip-hop magazines, further cementing the brand's image as both glamorous and culturally relevant. The brand's biggest cultural movement came in 2007 when Flo Rida dropped his chart-topping hit Low. The line "Apple Bottom jeans, boots with the fur" became an instant anthem and etched the brand into pop culture historically, practically overnight. Apple Bottoms became a household name. Every girl wanted a pair that would hug her curves and make her feel like a star. The brand's stretch denim was praised for its flattering fit on fuller figures, making it a go-to for women who had long been overlooked by mainstream fashion. Sold in popular urban retailers like Dr. J's, Jimmy Jazz, and Rainbow, as well as in department stores, Apple Bottoms was accessible and aspirational at once. It wasn't just about jeans, it was a lifestyle. The brand expanded into perfume, handbags, sunglasses, and even plus-size collections, embracing and uplifting curvy women across the style spectrum. With its rhinestone branding, vibrant embroidery, and confident attitude, Apple Bottom jeans helped define an era of bold femininity, urban luxury, and hip-hop style. It wasn't just clothing, it was culture. Cultural impact. Apple Bottom jeans was more than just a clothing brand. It was a cultural movement that empowered curvier women in a fashion space that had long excluded them. At a time when high fashion celebrated thin, Eurocentric beauty standards, Apple Bottom boldly centered Black and Latina bodies, celebrating full hips, thick thighs, and round bottoms with pride. The brand gave women who didn't fit the mainstream mold a place in style culture, creating denim that fit their curves rather than enforcing them to fit into narrow definitions of beauty. It represented a shift in who got to be seen, celebrated, and styled. Apple Bottoms fully embraced the bad girl aesthetic, sexy, confident, and unapologetically bold. Its designs were meant to turn heads, low-rise cuts, rhinestone embellishment, and stretch fits that hugged the body just right. The energy wasn't about trying to fit in. It was about standing out. The brand resonated deeply with women who embodied strength, confidence, and their own version of feminine power. Apple Bottom Jeans was part of a larger movement of urban fashion brands that dominated the early 2000s. Alongside names like Baby Phat, Rocawear, House of Deréon, and Sean John, together these brands redefined what it meant to be fashionable, pushing hip-hop aesthetics and streetwear luxury into the mainstream. Today, Apple Bottoms remains a core part of early 2000s nostalgia and a symbol of a time when fashion finally started to reflect the diversity of its audience. Its legacy is clear in the brands that followed. Apple Bottoms paved the way for modern labels like Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, brands built on body inclusivity, bold silhouettes, and social media-driven appeal. Without Apple Bottoms, the rise of curve-hugging, influencer-approved fashion might not have hit the mainstream the way it has today. Trends changed, brand didn't. By 2010, the fashion landscape began to shift dramatically, marking a turning point for brands like Apple Bottom Jeans. The early 2000s urban glam and hip-hop influenced style gave way to a new trend such as minimalism, Indian hipster aesthetics, boho chic, and the rise of normcore, a look defined by simplicity and understatement. During this period, hip-hop's dominant influence on mainstream fashion faded temporarily, and with it, many urban fashion brands struggled to keep their footing. Apple Bottom, however, did not evolve quickly enough to adapt to these changes. It continued to push the same bold, rhinestone aesthetic, curve-hugging aesthetic that had defined its heyday, but no longer resonated as strongly with the market that was moving towards subtler, more versatile styles. The decline of brick-and-mortar urban fashion retailers further hurt Apple Bottom's visibility and accessibility. Stores that had once proudly stocked the brand began closing or shifting inventory to faster-moving labels. Celebrity endorsements, a vital part of the brand's success, dwindled as fewer stars wore Apple Bottom, and the brand lost momentum on emerging social media platforms that were beginning to dictate trends. Meanwhile, fast fashion giants capitalized on the shift in taste by offering a broader variety of styles at lower prices, with the added advantage of rapid trend responsiveness. Nelly, the rapper and co-founder whose star power helped launch the brand, also saw a decline in his musical relevance during this time, which impacted the brand's cultural weight. Without the same level of celebrity backing or fresh brand innovation, Apple Bottom gradually faded from mainstream consciousness. By the mid-2010s, Apple Bottom Jeans had largely disappeared from store shelves, becoming a relic of a bygone era in urban fashion. The brand's inability to evolve with the times served as a reminder of how quickly cultural shifts can impact even the most iconic labels. Where is Apple Bottoms now? In recent years, Apple Bottom Jeans has made a strong comeback, reclaiming its place in the fashion world by doubling down on what made it iconic while introducing fresh elements that resonate with today's audience. The brand's staple stretch denim jeans remain at the core of its offerings, curve-hugging, flattering, and designed to celebrate fuller figures just as they did in the early 2000s. Apple Bottoms has revived its connection with celebrity culture, gaining endorsements from contemporary stars who embody confidence, bold style, helping the brand stay culturally relevant and visible in a crowded market. While maintaining its signature aesthetic of sexy, urban glam, the brand has updated its look with a darker, edgier twist. Recent collections showcase more black-colored clothing, reflecting a shift toward a rock and roll, biker-inspired vibe. The new undertone is evident in the graphic designs and styling of the catalog photos, where leather accents, studs, and rebellious motif blend seamlessly with Apple Bottom's curves, celebrating silhouettes. This fusion of both femininity and edgy attitude appeals to a new generation seeking fashion that's both empowering and authentic. The comeback balances nostalgia with modern trends, preserving Apple Bottom Bottom's original spirit of celebrating curves and confidence while embracing a tougher, streetwise edge. By doing so, the brand reconnects with its core audience, women who want to look and feel sexy and strong, but also attracts those drawn to a grittier, more rock-influenced style. Apple bottom jeans today stands as a refreshed symbol of urban fashion, proving that with the right invention, legacy builds can reclaim relevance and continue to inspire. And that was my take on the rise of apple bottom jeans. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and stick around for more.